Hi guys, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Some people might say, wow, it has been a while. They see my face. I know it has been a while. Sometimes it's good to take a break. So I decided to take a break because of my busy and tight schedule. But yeah, it's so precious to talk to you guys today, to be in front of this camera, just to talk to each and every one of you. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Neki. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based here in Spain with my family. Without further ado, without further talk, I just want to share a few things with you guys today without wasting much of your time. For those that have been following me for a very long time, you guys should know that I traveled to Paris with my family some few months ago. Yeah, a lot of people thought that traveling to Paris is so expensive that you can't afford to visit Paris, or you can't afford to travel to Paris with your family, that Paris is too expensive to travel. Yeah, definitely Paris is expensive to visit. But if you plan yourself very well, if you travel on a budget, definitely you're going to travel to Paris. You can be able to afford to visit Paris. So today I want to share with you guys some of the tips on how you can be able to travel to Paris on a budget. So if this is a kind of video that interests you, if this is a kind of video that you want to know, just stick around, grab your chin chin, grab your popcorn, grab anything grabbable. You gotta go sit on your sofa, relax and watch. But before we dive into this very video, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and let us push this ministry. Even if I am not consistent, don't tell anyone more. So let's put this ministry to the permanent side. And for my returning subscribers, oh my God, I can't thank you guys enough, because you guys' comment is what kept me moving. I won't lie to you. Sometimes I don't even feel motivated to continue, to be honest. Being a YouTuber is a hard job on its own. I still sometimes I begin to wonder why some people call YouTubers jobless YouTubers. To be a YouTuber is a hard work, hard job. It's not easy to edit, to make video. All of them. It's not easy work. But anyway, that is not the topic of today. Let's go straight to the point why I'm here today. So yeah, I want to share with you guys some of the tips to follow if you want to travel to Paris on a budget. So stick around, let's dive into this video. First tip to follow if you want to travel to Paris on a budget is make sure you travel off season. What do I mean travel off season? When I wanted to travel to Paris with my family, initially we wanted to travel on December. We wanted to travel to Paris on December just to celebrate our Christmas. I went to my travel agent to book a ticket, or to book a flight ticket, just so that we can be able to travel on December. Guys, it wasn't the ticket price wasn't smiling at all. So it's very expensive to travel to Paris on December. Or on Easter period, it's also very expensive. You know, summer period is also expensive. So it depends on the time you want to travel to Paris. But if you can be able to afford to travel to Paris on December, or on Easter period, why not? Everything is on your pocket. I travel to Paris with my family off season because it's more cheaper. The flight is more cheaper to travel to Paris. I travel to Paris on the ending of February. Travel to Paris on February is more cheaper than to travel to Paris during season, or Christmas season, or Easter period. So I would advise you to travel to Paris off season, be more affordable to you. So another thing to consider if you want to travel to Paris on a budget is where to stay in Paris. Getting an apartment very close to Eiffel Tower, or very close to Museum de Louvre, or very close to any tour destinations is going to cost you a lot. It's going to be very expensive for you. Let's be honest. There's no place you are in a Paris that you cannot be able to get access to all these places. Where I stayed with my children in Paris, it's not very close to Eiffel Tower, it's not very close to any tour destination. But I visited those places with my children when we were in Paris. So getting an apartment very close to Eiffel Tower or very close to any top destinations is going to be very, very expensive for you. So I would advise you to get an apartment off tour destinations. Apartment very close to those places, just for you to be very close to Eiffel Tower, or just for you to be very close to Museum du Louvre, or just for you to be very close to Notre Dame. All those tour destination is going to be very, very expensive for you. So there's no place you get an apartment in Paris. You cannot be able to get access to those places. So if you want to travel to Paris on a budget, make sure you don't get your apartment very close to any tour destinations, because it's going to be very, very expensive for you. So another thing to consider is where to stay in Paris. For example, if you want to stay in Paris for 1 month, or if you want to stay in Paris for 1 week vacation, I would advise you to get an Airbnb apartment. I stayed in Paris for 1 week with my family, and we stayed in Airbnb apartment. To be honest, staying in such an apartment or staying in an Airbnb apartment is more cheaper than to stay in a hotel. And there are so advantages of staying in an Airbnb apartment. Staying in an Airbnb apartment will makes you to feel at home, and also will make you to feel like a local. What do I mean to feel like a local? You can be able to cook those your delicacies that your local food that you so much love and admire so much. And you will just feel at home as if in your country of origin. So we just feel at home in an Airbnb apartment. You can be able to cook any type of delicacy that you want, that your local food, that your goosey soup, that your bolo soup. Those soup that you so much love so much. But when you're in a hotel, you cannot be able to have such freedom if you're staying in a hotel. And the other one is also staying in a hotel is more expensive than to stay in an Airbnb apartment. I made the video about our Airbnb apartment tour. Everything is on this very channel. You can go and check it out as well. So if you want to travel to Paris on a budget, these are the things you have to put into considerations before you travel to Paris. And another thing is that if you want to travel to Paris maybe on February, don't wait till February for you to book your flight ticket. I booked my flight ticket 3 months earlier before February, so that I can be able to get the ticket cheaper. If you wait till February before you book your flight ticket, it's going to be expensive for you. So you have to plan everything ahead of time. So make sure you book 3 months earlier, or 4 months earlier, or even 2 months earlier before the day before February, or before March, or before the month you want to travel to Paris. So this and another way you can be able to save some money, and also can be able to travel to Paris on a budget. If you're in Europe and you want to travel to Paris, depends on the area where you base. You can be able to travel to Paris with a train, or even with the bus, depend on your location and depends on where you are staying. Someone like me, I stayed in Mallorca. I stayed in an island. So it's either I travel to Paris by flight or by ship. There's no way I can be able to travel to Paris by land or by bus or by train. And this is how my family could be able to travel to Paris on a budget. And these are some of the tips that you need to follow if you want to travel to Paris on a budget. I think I'm going to stop here. If you like this video, please don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up, and also share anywhere shareable, because that's how YouTube is going to recommend this very video to other people out there. So thank you so much for sticking around till this very end. Thank you so much for watching till end. I do not take that for granted. So see you guys again on my next video. Bye for now.